It's the year 2003, and I'm a 13-year-old teenager interested in all sorts of things on the computer. I'm making the simplest possible music in Fruity Loops and Cool Edit Pro. And I'm also curious about programming, so I'm learning Visual Basic and Game Maker. Back then, I made my first little game where the goal was to shoot Slobodan Milosevic. Every time you clicked on him, he would say, which we can translate as fuck. There were a few other small games and programs, but everything was just the simplest possible fun, nothing useful. Then I completely turned to music and sound, and I've been working professionally in that field for 15 years. I founded Krampfstadt Studio, which is known for recording and editing sound effects and publishing sound libraries. Now, after more than 20 years, I've returned to programming, primarily to make my own work easier, but why not help others too? I'm not a programmer. I just tell ChatGPT what I want, and it writes the code for me. It's called vibe coding. What matters is that the program is functional, simple, free, and helpful to others. It speeds up my work a lot, and I'm sure it can help others too. The first program I want to introduce is a clipboard manager. Here's how it works. You see that the clipboard manager is open. This is the version 1, and I'll show you how it works. If you have any suggestions, you can send me an email and I can improve it, add new functions, fix the bugs. So feel free to contact me. Now, this is how the program looks like. Before we start, I need to show you something else. And that is the folder of all the raw recordings of the library I am currently making. It's the Ford Mustang 2015, 6th generation, muscle car. I made the recordings. You can see how it looks like. That is the car. And now I want to edit these recordings. And when I have the final sound effect, I want to properly name it. Now, I've been doing this for the past 7 years, and I have a list of mostly used file names. And that is in this list. So what I do now is select everything, click Ctrl C or right click copy or edit copy, and I have it in the clipboard. And now I just do the paste list like this, and then generate list. And it generates all rows from the list into the program. There's the one option. If we click on the reset button like this, it resets everything. I can also right click and paste and then generate list. And now just one click on the item from the list and it's copied on the clipboard. I can show you this right now. Paste. So you have that. If I do this, just one click, left click, and paste. Here's the result. So what I do, I click, it copies, then I go to my file, which is edited, and then just rename it. It speeds up the work. Before this, I used to open an existing library and then copy the file name from it, and then select the new editing file, click F2 to rename it, then paste, and it is much slower than the process I just explained. You can also add files to the clipboard list. For example, I'll find an existing library I have. So it's a Porsche library. When I open, I have everything here. Just one click and it's copied. Now, there's another option. If you use a program like, if I select all these, right click, and I have a program, it's called copy file names. If I do that and I paste the list here, and I generate the list, it has everything from this folder right here, but it also contains extension. If you don't want extension on the list, you just click remove extension and it's done. Lastly, there's the light mode. If you don't like the dark mode, it looks like this. I'm never using that. I prefer the dark mode. Now, let me go back to the list I had at first place. Here's the list of the mostly used file names for the sound effects. You can make this bigger, full screen, or you can scale it how you want. Let's go to full screen. And now, if there are too many results and you struggle to find what you need, you have the search bar. So, for example, I just want pass-bys. I type pass and it filters me only pass-by results. Or something else. If I type driving, I have only driving results. When I erase, I can see the full list again. At the end, there is About button where you can read everything I just said in this video. And you will also find my email here if you have any suggestions or you found a bug that I can fix. And you can see all the libraries I made on this link. And this is the shortcut for this video if you want to access it from the Clipboard manager. I hope this will help you. Feel free to write me in the comments what you think about this. Have a nice day.